Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, where Mana Tower is very sad because his mom just died.
I was gonna say, we've added to the Young and the Restless.
It's true.
Mom died.
I was very concerned that the Mana Cub soap opera was over, but apparently not. Alright, so Mew died. We're just about to start our investigation. I think probably start by talking to everybody.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, Smoogie, what you got?
Like I thought. It ended like this after all. I had a bad feeling ever since I thought I saw Mew from the dining room window.
You thought you saw Mew?
Ah, yeah, I told Suichi about it.
My window, 10
Yeah,
minutes
we did
ago,
this.
look through it.
No, so you saw Mew then.
I thought I must have been mistaken since she should have been by the chapel.
You're only saying you were mistaken, so you don't have to feel as guilty.
What? Huh?
Because?
If you had been positive it was Mew, then you could have done something sooner. You could have prevented her death, you know.
That...
Hey!
Ooh, that's just speculation, Kokichi. You can't judge in
My
hindsight.
bad.
Oh god. So he's gonna blame everybody we talk to. Everybody.
Oh,
This is gonna be a thing.
This is gonna be fun. No, we went a little off topic there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something. What did you do after you thought you saw Mew?
I thought I was mistaken, but it really bothered me, so... About 10 minutes later, I told Suichi while we were talking about it.
We heard the bang. And we had little exclamation points on our head.
Well, alright, so much for that. I tried switching controllers to see if it would fix the auto text.
Didn't help.
It doesn't seem to have helped.
We heard a loud noise and rushed out into the entrance hall.
Now let's go check outside.
Then we heard Kibo.
Yep.
Sounded close.
Huh?
Kibo's voice, huh? Wasn't he at the chapel?
Okay.
He was, but Smoogie and I are positive it was his voice. We heard Kibo from the entrance hall when he should have been at the chapel. What? That's weird, because you shouldn't be able to hear anything between the chapel and the mansion. Even Mew said that.
Yep, the loading points. Maybe there's not a loading point between there.
I see.
Right.
You're right. The sound shouldn't reach through the map loading point. So how did we hear Kibo's voice? How were we able to hear Kibo at the mansion if he was at the chapel?
Maybe someone's lying.
Dun dun dun.
Hey!
By the way, Kokichi, did you hear the loud noise or Kibo's voice at all? I'm not sure. Must not have noticed because I was too busy searching. You're lying to his face. Kaito.
Hey!
Kaito, you keep interrupting me when I talk. Do you like me or something?
Don't screw around!
Yeah, it was like you, dumbass. I was interested in Shuichi's conversation.
Huh?
My conversation? You heard Kibo's voice when it should have been impossible. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, what I said before was pretty much everything. After that, we headed back to the chapel to see what happened.
We saw Goncha as we left the mansion, and the three of us went to the river together. That's when we met up with Kokichi.
Yeah.
And then we used a signboard that I found as a bridge. What about it, though? Did you notice anything? I suppose not. I see you're working hard. Looks like you're starting to take this game seriously, Kaito.
Shut up!
I feel like Kaito and Kokichi are trying to win, like, best sidekick.
But wait, we're the sidekick. So one thing I did notice, we talked about this off stream. One thing I did notice when I was uploading the videos is the water, like the stream in the virtual world, flows down and then to the right towards the chapel, but the sign was on the rocks on the other side. So it couldn't have washed down there naturally.
So your thought was there's no loading point between one side and the other, and that's probably why the sign just went straight over and then came back around the river to the other side.
Right, yeah, the world wraps around. Basically the world would be round.
Right.
And then
Gasp, it's not flat.
it's not flat. Who knew?
All right, Kibo.
I've been wondering, what was the secret of the outside world that we were searching for anyway?
Is it that the world is round?
Yeah.
I couldn't resist.
That's true, we got sidetracked by Mew's murder case. We never discovered what that secret actually was. We couldn't find anything at the chapel, and you found nothing at the mansion, right?
Okay.
You know, Samuki and I didn't find anything.
My bad.
I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Kaito and Gonta too, right?
Right?
And knowing them, if they had found something, they would have told us right away.
Yeah.
Yes, they would have, unlike you.
Whoa.
Wow, Suichi, did you hear that? The robot's being sassy with me.
That's so mean.
Did you know robots don't need warm blood to function, so they become cold like this? That's why he's more concerned about the secret of the outside world than poor Mew. He told us he couldn't cry even if he wanted to. He went so far as to stage his dramatic reaction.
That's wrong.
That's not true. I'm hoping we can discover the truth too.
Oh.
You're a pretty advanced robot. You can be sassy and make excuses. Poor Kibo.
I'm waiting for the day Kibo gets so sick of him, he punches him in the face. Like Kaito punched him.
I'm really waiting to see, since everyone seems to really like Kokishi's character, I'm like, all right, I'm waiting for it. What do you got?
Maybe they just like that he's an asshole.
It could be. You don't have to be so wary of me. I'm keeping an eye out in case Kaito tries to bother you.
It's true.
Don't take it the wrong way, though. I'm not trying to replace Kaito as your partner, okay?
Hey.
But I'll help you as much as I can. So, where are you going to investigate now? What is he trying to do? Why does he insist on following me around?
Hey, Maki.
Ah, the voice of reason. Maki is working on the computer, her hand moving the mouse around rapidly. You know how to work that computer, Maki?
Nope.
No, not really. I've never used this program before either.
I see. I imagine that it would be difficult to understand unless you were an expert.
Well,
But I did find the text file regarding this program. It has info about the program's basic features, but other than that, there's not much.
Oh.
No, so what did it say?
Ah.
If you don't want to tell me, at least tell it to Shuichi.
According to the text file, Kill a Game Simulator used a certain program as the base. It's called the Neo World program.
Neo World program. Never heard of it.
well,
In this killing game simulator, objects can't break. Your body's 5 senses are connected to your avatar, and your avatar cannot be harmed. But any damage inflicted on your avatar would be transferred to your body in the real world.
That matches what Mew
that's
told us.
true.
If your avatar receives fatal damage, then your real body will die from shock.
Huh?
From shock.
Oh.
This is the first time we're hearing about this. If someone receives a fatal injury in the virtual world, then they die in the real world. Well, your 5 senses are connected, so it makes sense you'd feel the same amount of pain.
Right?
So it wouldn't be too surprising if you died from the fatal injury.
Oh, man.
But the more important question is, why did Mew keep such an important detail a secret? That is strange. I have no idea why she wouldn't mention such an important detail. Did she hide that from us on purpose?
Well,
That's all it says about the virtual world's basic features. The rest of the virtual world is the same as the real world, including the laws of physics. Wraps and special transportation like mounts do not exist.
I see.
So you can only move around using your avatar.
How boring.
She should have added warps and mounts to the virtual world.
That's all it says in the text file.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. That was very helpful. Okay. But is the info in the text file correct?
what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Nuh-uh.
I'm not doubting you or anything, Maki, but I'm just saying that file could have been rewritten. Can you just check the properties and see when the last edit was? It's possible someone rewrote the original info with false info, you know?
But
But to determine that, you would need extensive knowledge of computers, or the ability to right-click.
It's my time to shine.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
I was waiting for one of them to pipe in on something.
This looks like a job for me.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Stop it.
Don't get in our way.
I won't get in the way. In fact, I want you to let me help with the investigation.
Help with the investigation. Monotaro, what are you seeing?
Hey,
Come on, please. Why don't you let me help with the investigation? Ever since I forgot I'm bad with computers, I'm good with computers now.
What are you talking about?
Your logic doesn't make any sense.
No way! You can't, Monotaro. We're not allowed to help the participants. As mascots, we gotta stick to that rule.
Although technically they did develop pictures for us, so
I don't care.
I don't give a fart about the rules. I want to help everyone. I want to avenge my dead mommy.
I was waiting for that.
Your mommy? You mean Mew?
Not that. No, Monotaro, you're forgotten again.
You've forgotten that she's not our mother.
I want you.
And you've forgotten about the important person you need to protect.
Shut up, you pig. I'm busy avenging Mommy's death.
Oh, Sam, but it looks like this is goodbye. I love you, but there's someone I need to protect. Goodbye. So long. Farewell.
Interesting.
Who's she protecting?
Either, I would say either the Blackened, just because like it's their role to not give it away, or the Mastermind, or the traitor.
I'm like, this is probably not a coincidence or anything, but she seemed like the nicest of the bears. So I keep thinking
She's like the most evil.
she's gonna turn around and like murder somebody. So
Those are the ones you gotta watch out for.
I think she's like the mastermind of the 5 bears.
Probably.
Cubs.
None of the rest of them really seem to have it together.
Yeah,
I mean, she didn't really either, I guess. But alrighty then, let's do this. Do what?
So what?
I don't care either way. If you want to help, then that's fine.
True, I suppose, but thanks. I'll do my best for Mommy's sake.
No.
Wait, perhaps we should. Nah, he's doing his best for his dead mommy. I'm so touched.
Sweet, it's okay. Just take your hand, put it on your palm.
All right, fine. I'll leave it to you then. I suppose I have no choice.
All right.
All right, I'll start analyzing the computer right away.
Why is he malfunctioning so much that he's so far away from his original goal?
I think he's just forgetful. Like he probably doesn't. It doesn't seem like he remembers most of what's going
This
on.
stinky little computer is no match for my hands.
I'm gonna break it.
His hands are going at such an intense speed that the friction is creating fire.
We should probably do something about that. Just saying.
All right.
I've already analyzed a few things. Already?
Okay.
The text file is consistent with the original program. It doesn't look like it was altered.
Yay!
Also, I found this too.
Is this?
This looks like the information of when everyone logged in and out.
Oh.
Okay.
That's gonna be a pretty big clue. There's no sign that this was altered either. It's definitely accurate information.
Hey,
Could you show it to me? Log in, Kaito log out.
Okay, hang on. Himiko, Tsumugi, Kaido, Kibo, Suichi login. Maki login. Koichi login, Mew login.
So Mew is the last one to log in by about 2 minutes.
And then log out. Kaido logged out the earliest.
Right.
And then everybody else.
It was like more or less in step. Although Kokichi was
2 minutes late.
Yeah. It really does have everyone's login and log out times recorded.
Aside from you, everyone is logged in and out once.
you're right.
Then it would appear that no one secretly logged out and then logged back in. Okay.
I think she was killed in the game, and based on what the rules were, her body wouldn't just shock and she died outside.
Certainly looks that way. Then my main concern becomes Kaito. He logged out ahead of us. No, it couldn't be him. No, that seems like almost too obvious of a red herring. Also, there's something else I noticed while I was analyzing the program. It looks like some parts of the program are rewritten. The program's been rewritten. Obviously, Mew is the only person capable of doing that.
Hey.
So which files did she rewrite and what did she change?
Okay.
I'll analyze that, of course, but it's gonna take a little time. As long as it's done by the class trial, then Shuichi will be able to avenge Mew. He's just saying whatever he pleases.
All right.
Alright. Then I'll keep on analyzing the crap out of this program. You're so reliable.
That's true.
Yeah, way more than you.
Shots fired. Okay, so that's what we got from talking to Maki. Kaito, what do you got for me? Gotta give me something.
right.
Shuichi, I gotta explain. I think he's...
Oh, I was just doing it because.
Just because?
Yeah, it was Kaido.
You just don't misunderstand. Explain what? You're talking about how you logged out by yourself, right? Okay, let's hear it then.
What?
Why are you?
Yeah.
Feel free to lie, of course. Exposing lies is the real pleasure of this game, after all.
Don't screw around.
Huh? What?
Hey,
Kaito, just ignore him and talk to me, okay?
I mean,
About the whole logging out thing, I don't really get it myself. When I was looking for the secret of the outside world on the rooftop, a circle lit up under me. I suddenly sucked in, and before I knew it, I was logged out. Same thing happened when I used the phone to log out. How did that happen on the roof?
Huh.
Was there secretly more than one logout point?
Why wouldn't he log back in unless he didn't know how? Which
I wonder if he was feeling ill when he got out.
Because it's just weird that he'd walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, here though.
Here we go. And what happened after you logged out?
So
Everyone else is still logged in, but I didn't know if it was okay for me to log back in. Oh, that's true. That might have looked more suspicious if he logged out and then logged back in. And also, I guess getting sucked out like that, I don't know if you'd necessarily trust.
Right.
So I just went back to my room and slept. Since it was dawn, I was pretty tired. And the body discovery announcement woke you?
okay.
Yeah, that's right. I heard it and rushed back here.
Hey,
Do you remember what condition Miu's body was in when you logged out?
Bad.
Nah, I didn't pay attention to that, so I don't know. You didn't notice anything wrong, like whether she was dead or not?
Shut up!
Like I said, I don't know. Yeah, okay, sorry. So I just need to object to the contradiction in that testimony, right?
Don't screw around.
I said I'm not lying. Tell him, Shuichi.
Shuichi.
No, Shuichi, in order to find the truth, you can't be biased. All right, wait, so what time?
He logged out at
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm curious of the time of death. I don't remember what the time of death was. 6:30. And Kaito was logged out at 5 o'clock, so there really would have been no reason for him to have wait that long to kill her.
Right. It was an hour.
There's over an hour between the time he logged out and the time she died.
Okay.
I mean, I guess maybe he could have been getting things ready, but why would he need to if he was already logged out?
Right. I don't think he's suspicious. I think something happened. I'd like to know if there was secretly 2 logout points. Maybe he found the secret to the outside world.
And it was the outside world.
Okay, take that phrase, secret to the outside world. Now think about it. He warped back to the real world. Is that the secret? It's a fucking lie.
I don't know. I think it's the secret of the outside world is what they called it. So I don't think they were, I mean, I was just being joking.
It still makes sense in the game, though.
It could make sense.
I never thought Miu would be killed. When I saw her avatar there not moving, I thought maybe, but...
You're right.
That's right. You saw that Miu's avatar in the virtual world had stopped moving.
Me, Kibo, and Maki all found her avatar.
Wait,
Hey,
can you tell me more about that? Any details?
We were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel.
Yeah, secret of the outside world.
It still makes sense in game, though.
It still could. Miu was too, right?
No, Miu volunteered to look around the outside of the chapel, so she wasn't with us.
All right, so she broke away. Miu volunteered to look around outside.
We searched, but we couldn't find anything. That's right when we were starting to get tired. All of a sudden, we heard a really loud sound outside.
That must be the sound I heard as well.
Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside.
Something hitting the chapel wall.
So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Miu's avatar.
That's when you went to log out to check Miu's real body, correct?
But when we went to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. And while we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up.
thank you.
Let me see. Thank you. That testimony sounded important, especially about how they couldn't cross the river.
Because?
Because if they weren't able to cross, then no one could have gone between the mansion and the chapel. And this helps us narrow down the people who could have come into contact with Miu. Who could have come into contact with Miu at the chapel? One other thing I noticed, and we probably won't get a chance to look at unless we go back to the video, when I was putting up, I think it was the most recent one, when they were splitting up, Miu was very particular about certain people going to certain places, and then towards the end was like, the rest of you doesn't matter. Because I remember, Himiko's like, wow, that plan got lazy very fast, or something along those lines. So I'm wondering if that's important, but I mean, we'd have to go back and probably look, because I don't remember which one she was kind of headstrong about. I think Gokichi was one. After that, I don't remember. Kichi's the only one that I remember.
Okay.
I think Kaito split up him, Maki, and Shuichi, so the 3 of them weren't.
She just seemed very specific about who she picked.
Right. Yeah. yeah, I had like 3 and then told the rest of them that like, oh, it doesn't matter what you do. All right, let's see what Gonta has to say.
Hey,
Gonta, are you all right?
you're so dumb.
Are you still depressed about Mew? Come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer.
By the way,
Oh, Gonta, I want to know what you think. Rare, I know, but who do you think the culprit is?
Gonta don't know.
Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up.
How this happened?
But why this happened? Why Mew killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything.
How can this be?
But Gonta frustrated and sad. Gonta no could protect Mew. He seems all over the place right now. Aw, man. He can't think at all when he's like this.
it's true.
But Gonta doesn't seem to be lying. I'm pretty sure he's telling us the truth. Well, I guess being a big dum-dum like Gonta doesn't have the brains to lie in the first place.
Hey!
Don't talk about him like that.
Poor Gonta.
I'm so disappointed in you, Gonta. When I first met you, I thought you'd be more useful.
Sorry.
You're a jerk.
Aw.
Pick on Gonta.
Sorry.
Gonta, idiot.
Gonta's so sorry. Gonta's sorry he could protect Mew.
He needs to protect somebody so he can become a real gentleman.
Hey,
If you feel that bad about it, then stop blaming yourself. Help us find the culprit instead. This is the culprit's fault anyway, so pull yourself together and help us, okay? Oh, okay. Gonta understand.
Gonta do his best.
Gonta do his best to find culprit. Gonta definitely do his best this time. Yep, now that's the spirit. Now Kokichi is encouraging him? I really don't know what Kokichi is thinking.
The bear.
Oh, yeah. Hey there, I know you're busy with the computer, but I want to go over what we learned from investigating the program.
Okay.
Oh, you want to use the computer? Go right ahead. Oh. Alright, first, what program information was listed in that text file? According to the file, the killing game simulator was based on the Neo World program. In the simulator, objects can't break. Your 5 senses are connected to your avatar, but your avatar cannot be harmed. Damage inflicted on your avatar will be transferred to your real body.
Okay.
That's exactly what you told us. If your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies with shock. In other words, fatal injuries in the virtual world are fatal to your real body as well. I don't recall Mew ever telling us this. She wouldn't just forget to tell us. Was she hiding this information on purpose? Physics are also the same in the virtual world. There isn't any warping or quick transportation methods, okay? You can only use your avatar to get around. I think that's trying to rule out that, like, using a boat or, like, something to jet across.
Right.
That's about all that's written in the text file. The other piece of evidence I found interesting is the log-in, log-out record. Okay.
What are all the times we logged in and out?
Excluding the victim, Mew. Everyone, alright, yeah, we already read this, which means Kaito logged out, but it couldn't have been him. The program itself has been modified in a few ways. We have to wait for Monotaro to finish his analysis for that info. Okay, so that was just basically a recap of what we knew. Oh, all finished? Alright, then I'll keep on analyzing the crap out of this program. I'll let you know when I find something. Alright, so now we should probably take a look at Mew. Mew's hands are clasped around her neck as if she were gasping for air. Her eyes are wide open in panic, so she must have suffered quite a bit.
wow.
Mew, that is one grody face. Mew must have suffered a lot. A vulgar death for a vulgar bitch.
Hey,
Stop, Kokichi. Even if you're joking, that's too far.
it's nothing,
You're right. You should never speak ill of the dead, no matter how much you hated them.
right?
Even if she's despised, pathetic, dirty cum toilet of a person. Suppose I'll never get Kokichi to change. But what's Mew's cause of death? It doesn't say in the Monokuma file. May I? I want to let you know that just in case it turns out to be a clue.
By the way,
I was the first one to log out and find Mew's body. She was still wearing the helmet, and her body was contorting into this awful position.
He took the helmet off her, probably.
Maki logged out after I did, and she helped me take off Mew's take Mew's helmet off, and then she was gone.
hey,
Is that a confession?
hi.
How is that a confession? Anyway, the question is the cause of death. What caused her to suffer like this? I mean, to me, that's makes it very obvious that she died in the virtual world.
Correct. There's no wounds on the outside.
So, it being Kaito makes no sense.
The only thing else I could think of was poison. She couldn't have protected herself to be given poison.
No, that's true.
But again, I don't think that's going to be it.
No, I think Kaito's like the red herring in this case. Anything else we can look at? Small bottle. There's something on the seat. It's a small bottle. I feel as though I've seen this before. And this is yours, right, Suichi? Oh, no.
Huh?
Mine? No, I guess it's not yours, but it is from your lab. Oh, that's right. This was in the Ultimate Detective's lab.
Right?
Yeah, it's that poison. So you know about this, Kokichi. Of course, because I already checked it out. We are in a killing game, you know. If there's poison and tricks prepared, then of course I'd investigate them ASAP.
That's...
Is that? No, it's not so that I can use them. I check in case someone else uses them. Is that really true?
By the way,
did you see the label on the back of this bottle?
Huh?
Warning, death. Skull, skull, crossbones.
The label? Yeah, right. According to the warnings here, this poison is pretty lethal. It becomes neutralized once it's mixed, so it has to be taken directly. Okay. But when it's taken directly, the victim will immediately die, even if they only sip a bit. Which means if you could get the victim's mouth open, you could kill them instantly. I can't imagine a better method of killing someone who's logged in.
by the way,
Doesn't stand to reason, though. Well, I guess he would have to go all the way to Shuichi's lab, get the poison, but then why leave it on the seat?
Right.
By the way, I should tell you what the symptoms of this poison causes. It causes a small blood vessel under the conjunctiva to explode, which makes the whites of your eyes turn blood red. Bloodshot eyes. That's important information. Well, that's everything about this poison. Am I doing a good job? Maybe it's time you acknowledge me as your partner.
No.
I thought I remembered you saying that you didn't want to be my partner. Did I? Well, sometimes I lie without thinking about it. Seriously. Anyway, who brought this poison? Do you think the culprit did it? Who brought the poison? I can't be certain yet. That's Kokichi's chair. But I do know that the poison was left on that person's chair. It's funny, I didn't even read the text before. I was like trying to figure out whose chair it was on. Okay, and then the visor? All right. Why don't we investigate the visor in the next episode?
Sounds good.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.